Hi everyone, welcome to FBG Life. My name is Sarah.
And I'm her husband, Jonathan. This is a channel all about our adventures on our Honda Goldwing.
So we're off on another adventure, and this time we are going out at night time. It is dark outside, it's very dark outside, it's quite chilly outside. And why are we going out in the dark?
Primarily so I can ride the bike with the lights for a change. Obviously we've ridden it during the day quite a bit. I'm curious to see what it's like at night. And
indeed what you can see.
What I can see at night, yeah.
Or what you can't see. Hopefully more of what you can see than what you can't see.
There's a lot of headlights on the front of the Goldwing, aren't there?
It looks like there are.
I just want to see what they're like at night. So we're off out for the evening. It's November the 5th. It's bonfire night. It's cold. It's a little bit drizzly outside, but we're going out for the evening just for a little test, and for an evening out, just to test the visibility.
Okay, so we're going to tell you where we're going in a minute once we're on the bike, but we've got a little bit of gear that we are going to test at the same time while we're testing the lights on the bike. So what are you going to test?
I have a new pair of gloves. I want to try these out. I'm searching for the perfect pair of gloves.
Jonathan's endless quest to find a good pair of gloves. Yeah. And I'm going to try out some waterproofs. Now, it was raining when we just got the bike out. Now, I think it has actually stopped outside, but I'm going to try them anyway. We bought a whole set of waterproofs pretty soon after we bought the motorbike, and we haven't tried them yet. We haven't had a chance to use them, which is a good thing, but we spent money on them, and I want to try them out. So I'm going to try this. It is got a little handy bag to carry it in. Bright yellow. Can't be too visible, folks. And it is, what is it, Oxford Rain Seal. I'll put a link to that below the description. And I'm going to try this out because I think it's a little bit windproof as well. And I think I'm going to be a bit chilly tonight. We're going for about an hour there. And we're going to walk around then an hour back. So I'm going to see if this keeps the wind out as well. So we're going to try this gear on the way. And then what we will do is give you a little update of what we think of it on the way back on.
Well, you will, because I'm wearing my normal bike gear.
Jonathan doesn't want to wear yellow, fashion conscious.
I don't like that, but it's not wet enough.
No, but keep me warm as well. So we'll tell you what how we get on with that on the way back. So shall we get on the road?
Let's get geared up and get on the road.
Okay.
I'm happy. Are you happy? Do you want to jump on?
Yeah, I'm jumping on in the dark. It feels quite strange.
It does.
It's like we're doing something a bit clandestine.
Yeah.
Right, we're on our way on our little nighttime excursion on the Honda Goldwing. First time we've been out on it at night. Jonathan's been on other bikes, or at least one other bike, in the dark, so you've got a little bit of comparison. So we're heading off to a place called Squire's Cafe Bar, which is on the A1. I'll put a link to the website for that in the description below this video. And it's a biker cafe that I discovered a bit by accident on the map. Anyway, we haven't been before, so we thought, well, good opportunity to go and see the cafe. They're doing a Guy Fawkes night event. There's some idiot in the middle of the road pulling wheelies. So they're running a Guy Fawkes bonfire fireworks night. So it's 5th of November, where we celebrate the fact that we didn't succeed in blowing up the Houses of Parliament. How times have changed. And basically, usually a bonfire, although health and safety prohibits that lot these days, so I don't know if there's going to be a bonfire, but it's going to be food and other stuff and fireworks, and hopefully it's a biker cafe. I'm hoping other people come on their bikes. Now this traffic here is all for our local bonfire night. Oh my god.
Yeah, I'm not going to get... I'll sit in the queue, I won't go past it, because
they're all going to be turning
right, aren't they?
So this is on at the headstock. So we live in an ex-mining village, and the mine headstocks are still there, and it was purchased recently by a local business, and he runs events there, and they're doing a bonfire Guy Fawkes evening here. And that's what this track's not normally like that. It's in this village. So the gate's not far, so hopefully once we get up to the gate, he's gonna take his chances on the pavement. I'm glad to see all these people actually coming and supporting. Oh, the bonfire's lit. I hope that's the bonfire and it's not the headstocks on fire. There she blows. It's a good one.
Oh, look at that queue.
That's a big queue.
Crikey. Crikey, that is encouraging, isn't it?
Just going to wave at everyone, see if anyone waves back. Nobody, Johnny. That looks like it's going to be a good do. Pleased for them, but we're not going to that one.
maybe next year.
Yeah, we really wanted to try the bike out night time, so I'm going to look over Johnny's shoulder. Hopefully you can see that and see how well his dashboard is lit up. I'm sure he's got it on his camera too. So we can see where we're going, how fast we're going, and how much fuel we got. And Jonathan's just, obviously he's riding, so he's going to talk about what it's like on the front, and I'm just going to sit back and enjoy this quite strange experience of going out in the dark.
Well, we're away from all the street lights and buildings, so let's see what these lights, the bike lights, are like now we're in the pitch black. They've got a good spread on them at low beam, good wide spread. I'm struck by how yellow the light is. It's a very warm light. I haven't ridden a bike in the dark for probably 3 years, I reckon, the last time I rode a bike in the dark. I did a 60-mile run back from a friend's over in Lincolnshire at night, and I'm trying to remember what that was like compared to this, but I can compare it to our car, which has more modern lights there, LEDs, a brighter, whiter light than these Goldwing incandescent bulbs. I don't know if I prefer the white LEDs, but I'm kind of used to them now. And if I get a chance to let a vehicle get away from me, I want to try the high beam. But the instruments are very clear. The sat nav is very clear and legible. Like that a lot. The knobs and buttons on the handlebars are pretty well illuminated, as are the radio and sat nav buttons, that kind of thing. Heated seat isn't illuminated, nor the grips, nor the 4 buttons underneath below the sat nav screen. So I'm going to be fumbling around for those if I want to change the brightness of the dash illumination or anything. I'm not quite sure where they are. So I've got a rough idea they're down there, but likewise with the heated screen and grips. Could do with those being illuminated, because I have a poor memory and I can't remember whether the grips are on the left or the seats on the left. So yeah, I'll just turn them both up and see what gets hot first. But it seems okay. Everything is illuminated. Other than those things, everything's illuminated nicely. It's a comfortable place to be at night. There's nothing glaring at me, and there's nothing that I can't really see that is illuminated. The Versys has just one reflector for low beam and one for high beam, and a piddly little kind of driving light, daytime running light thing. The lights on that are adequate, I'd say. I've never found them lacking, but I've never found that they're particularly effective either. So far at low beam, the Goldwing, as you'd expect, having twice as many reflectors, has a better spread of light. The Versys is a very narrow spread, and it just doesn't penetrate very far either. Good enough for ordinary riding, but when I have ridden it at night, I've not wanted to be too spirited because I just can't see far enough ahead. Well, that'll do for the moment. Hopefully I'll get a chance to try high beam at some point. There's vehicles behind, so I can't drop back very far either. Right, well we'll get back to that later. We've got about an hour's ride ahead of us to the fireworks, and of course about an hour back. So I think let's give it a bit more time, and I'll let you know what I think about them on the way back home.
Okay, so not a very interesting ride up the A1, but quite a good one just to try it out for our first nighttime excursion. We've just come off now around Leeds area, and then Squire's Bike Cafe Bar.
Half a mile up the road.
Should be up here. John's got the high beam on.
I'm impressed with the high beam.
It's pretty good. And there's another bike. Hurrah, we're not the only.
We're not the only ones.
Idiots.
Can you wave at that?
Oh.
Right. Here we are.
Okay.
You want to jump off, Sarah?
I will jump off, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, there's a few bikes.
Right, Johnny, shall we go and see what's what?
Let's go see what's what.
And I'm hungry. Can we have a burger?
I'm quite hungry too.
Hello.
What do you reckon of this then, Sarah?
I think
It's nice, isn't it?
it's pretty awesome. I'm glad we made the effort to come out
Yeah,
tonight.
I'm glad we made it. There's a lot of people here.
Yeah. And
Not
the guy,
that
the
many
marshal
bikes,
on the
but-
gate knows all about Goldwings as well. So
Yeah.
that was nice.
Yeah. So there's ours. There we go. And I think the weather has kept a lot of bikes indoors, hasn't it?
Yeah.
A little bit wet earlier.
Yeah, it was. There's a few people out there.
Yeah.
Matching ones on the left.
Right.
Right, can we
I
find
think
some?
Sarah wants a burger.
I want some food. And, guess what? The hot chocolate.
Oh, hot chocolate, yeah.
Right, let's
Yeah.
go get
Right, let's go find some.
Okay.
was going to say, what do you think of that, Sarah?
That was really good. Fireworks are excellent.
Nice evening out, wasn't it? Yeah. The burger was pretty good too.
It was. I sat by the motorbike and watched the fireworks going off overhead. So we're glad we came.
Yeah, it's nice to get out of the house, isn't it?
Hi, Johnny.
Hello, Sarah.
That was a good night.
That was a lovely evening. That was a really good evening.
Right, let's go back. Talk about lights and riding the Goldwing in the dark, shall we?
Yeah, yeah.
Right, you tell me when you're in a good place. You've got loads of room behind you.
I'm always in a good place, I am.
Are you? Gonna let you out?
Yeah. Okay, left?
You're clear, yes.
Oh, what do I think of riding the Goldwing at night? I have to say that the low beam is satisfactory but not outstanding. I can see why people fit driving lights and fog lights to their Goldwings. It could do with just a little bit more light sort of filling in the gaps on the road. It doesn't have quite the sort of penetration that I would like. However, I have to say that I think the high beams are really, really good. I'm so impressed with them. You know, I can see that people change their low beams for LEDs because they are I think the less difficult ones to get to, and the high beams are the more difficult ones to get to. But quite frankly, I think these high beams do not need to be changed. I'm very happy with the light that they give me. It's on a different level than the Versys, quite frankly. It's superb, really superb. Very happy with that. That's a great spread of light and a great sort of penetration too. Don't think I need to improve that. Not at the cost of all the faffing around taking the bike apart to do it. Obviously the Goldwing has headlight adjustment, and this is kind of set halfway down. So there's two of us on the bike, no luggage this time. I did adjust it earlier, didn't discern any great difference, quite frankly. Maybe I need to do that a few more times and figure out whether it's worth playing around with it in future or whether it's just a gimmick. One thing I've found on tonight's ride is that the screen, the windscreen on the Goldwing, it's a double-edged sword. I'm 6'2" and I have the screen at the highest level because it gives me the best protection, and Sarah in the back seat. It's not perfect, but it gives having it at the highest gives us the best that we can get. And when I'm relaxed, I'm looking. You probably won't catch this on the camera, but I'm kind of looking. The top of the screen is right across the centre of my eye line, and I don't really mind it normally. I've got used to it. But riding at night, especially when the weather is damp as it has been today, and you get the sort of the dampness on the windscreen and muck on the windscreen, looking through that into the darkness is bloody difficult, quite frankly. So I've had to kind of sit high above it and just sort of sit upright at attention, and I can just look straight over the top of it and get a clear view. So that's one thing to consider, I guess, when you're considering buying a Goldwing. Yeah, just think about where your eye line is going to be, because looking through a moist or mucky screen in the dark is not fun. Of course, the plus side of it is, as I mentioned in our first Scotland trip, that the screen really protects me, and so when I stop somewhere after a ride, there are no bugs over my visor, and in this sort of damp, drizzly weather that we've experienced this afternoon, going at a reasonable speed, I've had no moisture on my visor, so my visor has remained crystal clear the whole way, which is good, because I wouldn't want to have to keep wiping that off, as well, we all know. So that's my take on riding the Goldwing at night. What's it like for you on the back, Sarah?
The pillion riding the Goldwing at night time. It's quite a strange experience, it has to be said. It won't be my new hobby. I've enjoyed it, but obviously on the back, if you're not riding, you haven't got that road to concentrate on, and there isn't anything to see much in the dark. So you find yourself more focused on the road, and you don't realise until you ride a bike in the dark, and anyone who has one will know this, how sort of bad the road markings are. And if you disobey road markings, they're the first to jump on you, but there's nothing to say that they have to maintain the road markings. So in some places, here's not great. The white lines are not very white anymore.
No, they're sort of brown lines, and they're not reflective at all, are they?
No, and you obviously can't see so much in the dark. That's not news to anybody. But that's something to consider as well. Your concentration levels are heightened because suddenly you've got to really concentrate. And I find sitting on the back that I'm kind of doing that as well. And I know I'm not riding, and I never understand these people who say they fall asleep on the back, because I consider myself as a co-driver, and it's my job to be aware and to keep Jonathan awake. And well, no, seriously, it is to make sure you're all right on the front, because you're doing all the riding. And I find myself watching the road as well, and where's any hazards, and where's this and where's that. And we've just come out from the fireworks, and the road was really, really kind of muddy, wasn't it, and gravelly, and you just can't see it in the dark. So I kind of, your senses are heightened on the front and on the back, but it's been quite a strange experience. One strange thing on the back that Jonathan won't know is that his helmet's like a Christmas tree, and the centre is flashing a blue light every now and again, which looks a little bit like a police light. And when he first started doing it, I was like, oh, there's a policeman around somewhere, but there wasn't. It was his light. And the drift camera has got a green light to say it's on, and a bright red light to say it's recording. So it's a bit of a light fest going on in front of me.
Right.
But that's fine. I know you're switched on and working.
Yeah, thanks.
So so we know, if we do need to go anywhere in the dark, if we're doing a long trip and you want to start early and get a good early start in the dark, that we know what it's like now. So it's been good to experience it, definitely.
Good. I'm wearing new gloves today, as I mentioned earlier. I want to do a separate video on the difficulties of buying good gloves. I'm struggling to find ones that fit me properly, quite frankly. These ones are inexpensive. They're by Spada. I think they're called Free Rides or something. They are a tan leather, very soft, no knuckle armour or anything like that. But they are nice and cosy, I have to say that. They've been very comfortable on this evening's ride. If anything, my hands have been a little bit too warm. I did have the grips on earlier just to try them out, and I turn them down again because my hands are getting too hot. And even without the grips, these are nice and toasty. They're good. The problem with them though is that the thumb is too long, and that's where I'm struggling to find good fitting gloves these days. I've got a bit of bagginess at the end of each thumb. The fingers fit perfectly. The width across the knuckles is good, but the length of both thumbs is excessive on these things. And I like a nice snug fitting thumb to operate my indicators mainly, I guess. But this one's got a lot of slack at the end. Other than that, they're very comfortable. They're cosy and inexpensive. Sarah, you had a waterproof jacket on tonight, didn't you?
I did, yeah. I wanted to try it out because it's there for literally a rainy day. and I just thought, we've never worn them and I'd like to try it. But driving in the dark, you really want to be as visible as possible. It's not a fashion parade, folks, and I just thought, sitting on the back, if I've got a bright fluorescent yellow waterproof jacket on, it's just a bit more visibility, and I do feel a little bit safer wearing it. I feel quite visible on this bike anyway, but obviously in the dark it's not the same. So it's been good for visibility. I would wear it anyway just for that reason, I think. But I do think it keeps the wind out as well. It was a little bit chilly when we got near there.
I mean, it wasn't raining tonight, was it? So you didn't get the chance to kind of see whether it would keep water out.
No, we didn't. It was raining when we got the bike out, but that passed pretty quick. But I do think it is windproof, and I do like it for the visibility. It does make me feel a little bit more secure. So the other thing we've been doing tonight is trying out our cameras to see how they work in the dark. So Jonathan has a Drift Ghost XL, and I have a Drift Ghost Pro, and hopefully they've worked. And we're heading home and we're going to put them on the computer and hopefully see what sort of images they've got. So that will be an interesting test from a nighttime point of view. And we're just passing the headstocks now. Everything's all over there. Bonfire's out. Lights on the headstocks look quite impressive with the moon above. So we're nearly home, folks. We'd just like to say thank you very much for watching. I hope you found this little nighttime tour interesting. We've had an exciting adventure, haven't we, Johnny?
We have.
Yeah. Something a bit different for the evening.
We don't usually do this on a Saturday evening.
Yeah, most husbands take their wives out for dinner.
Yeah.
So thanks for watching, everybody. We really appreciate your comments. So many people are commenting, and we're having some great conversations with people and discovering people with Goldwings just down the road from us, so maybe we'll be able to hook up with you and have a ride. So thank you for engaging with these videos, everybody. It means a lot to us, and we will see you in the next one.
I took you out for a burger.
Yeah, which I paid for.